Power rankings, I have to put them at number one right now. They're the only undefeated team in the National Football League. They have found 4 different ways to win games. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had 6 undefeated teams. We're down to the Philadelphia Eagles. They keep finding a way to win games.
Welcome to Pond Lehocky. We've helped over 100,000 injured and disabled workers obtain benefits, as well as some of the biggest settlements in the state. If you've been injured at work, give Pond Lehocky a call.
Welcome back to the Pond Lehocky Eagles postgame show. Mike Missinelli, this is Derek Gunn with Seth Joyner. Eagles win it today, 29-21, 4-0, first time since 2004. This is a segment we call the 2-minute drill. Rapid fire questions. They're going to fire at these guys. They're going to come back with their own answers, and it should be interesting because a lot of these questions are offbeat questions. So let's start with the conventional questions to the guys. Where do you rank the Eagles right now in the NFL? Power rankings.
Power rankings, I have to put them at number one right now. They're the only undefeated team in the National Football League. They have found 4 different ways to win games. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had 6 undefeated teams. We're down to the Philadelphia Eagles. They keep finding a way to win games.
Seth.
I put them at 3 because I still don't believe they're as good as the Buffalo Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, they're the best. I would say you rank them 1 if you're talking about the conference in the National Football Conference. They're the number 1 team in the NFC, but I'm not sold yet that they could beat right now the Kansas City Chiefs or the Buffalo Bills.
I will agree 100% with you. I've also I have them 3. Doug Peterson's return to Lincoln Financial Field today. Is he appreciated enough in this city? And the piggyback question is, how do you feel about the statue of Doug and Nick Foles at the stadium?
I think he's appreciated. I think we all saw at the beginning of the game, he got a standing ovation, tipped his cap, the whole thing. You know, hell, when I came back, they didn't give me a standing ovation. But then again, I didn't win a Super Bowl for him either. As far as, what was the second question?
Second question was the statue.
Oh, the statue.
How do you feel about the statue being there still?
You know, listen, I don't think the statue's going anywhere. I think the statue is more of a thorn in the side of Carson Wentz than it was, for anybody else. Hey, listen, the team hadn't won a Super Bowl in the modern Super Bowl era, 57 years since they had won a championship. That statue signifies that win, so I'm okay with it.
The statue was commissioned by an independent company, not the Philadelphia Eagles organization. So the fact that those two, Nick Foles and Doug Peterson, came up with one of the most iconic plays in the history of this franchise, I'm fine with that statue right where it is.
All right, Doug, overall, how you feel about Doug Peterson?
Doug Peterson is a very good football coach. Obviously, he proved that when he was here in Philadelphia. He's got this team down in Jacksonville on the right track when they were considered a mess after what Urban Meyer put them through just a year ago. Trevor Lawrence is going to continue to improve. You saw what he did with a young Carson Wentz. He's got to rebuild Trevor Lawrence and rebuild that team. I think Doug Peterson is on a good track with that team down there.
So 4-12, and Nate Sudfeld is kind of just evaporated in your mind.
Evaporated. When you think about Jacksonville, last 2 years prior to this year, won a grand total of 4 games. They're already halfway there through 4 games this season. Yes, Doug Peterson was the right man for the job in Jacksonville.
All right, let's go with this one now. Trevor Lawrence, since you brought him up. Is Trevor Lawrence a budding star in this league or just an average quarterback?
I think he'll be a budding star. I mean, I believe that there's a natural process to most players. I mean, we look at guys like Patrick Mahomes, and we think that, and Justin Herbert, and we think that these guys are supposed to come in a year or two, just all of a sudden, light it up. The truth of the matter is they are anomalies when you really look at, footballs and players in the National Football League. I think most players normally take 3 years to develop if they don't have their development arrested by lack of play or injuries. By the time they get to their 3rd year, that's their takeoff point. If they haven't arrived by the 3rd year, there's a very good chance that they're not going to get there if they're not trending that way by the 3rd year. And I think in year 2, Trevor Lawrence is trending that way.
I'm going to say Urban Meyer almost destroyed that young man and almost destroyed that team just a year ago. Doug Peterson has been a breath of fresh air. You have Doug Peterson, Press Taylor as your offensive coordinator. Yes, the same Press Taylor who a lot of people didn't like here in Philadelphia. He's gone down there and he's done wonders with them, as well as Mike McCoy as the quarterback coach. I think Peterson, Taylor, McCoy circling Trevor Lawrence and getting his confidence back to where he was when he was with Clemson, I think he's a budding star in this league once they keep putting the pieces around him.
I totally agree with you. And the one play that impressed me today was when he ran out and he tucked it and he kept the head low and he was willing to absorb a hit. That showed me some toughness in the kid. All right, 2 last questions. What did you think of the Andy Reid State Farm commercial today?
The Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, you weren't paying attention? He's on the airplane. He drew an Andy Reid mustache on his star player.
I must have missed it, man. But I'll tell you what, though. Listen, any attention or publicity Andy Reid gets, it's a good thing,
You're
man.
okay?
He's been a great head coach. He's been a great head coach for a long time, man.
The Andy Reid we know today has blossomed into a more personality type coach. Yes,
I loved it.
Yes,
I love that.
He would never do that when he was in Philadelphia.
No question about it. All right, last question. This is teed up for Seth Joyner. What did you think of Jay Feely, a kicker, as the game analyst?
You know what, Mike? I ain't going to let you ruffle my feathers today, man. Okay? I'm just going to say this. I'm trying to understand when I watch Jay Feely, who's done nothing but kick a ball, where's the qualifications of being an analyst really come in? I mean, what does he know about offenses and defenses that you would put him in the booth to actually call a game? Now, that's not my call. That's just proof that, you know what, if you know the right people, you can get to where you want to get to.
Hey, listen, I'm with you. He's probably going to let him off the hook. Go ahead, D. Jay Feely is commentating.
You know what?
Come on.
If you can get work, get it while you can, when you can, because as we know in this industry, nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, I know
I'll
that.
leave it at that.
I can tell you that firsthand, so can you. So, all right, let's take a break. We're going to come back. John McMullen is live at the stadium. He's coming up. This is the Pine Lehocky Eagles postgame show live at Ocean Casino. And we're back after this.
The greatest fans on earth. It's a bold statement, but would you expect anything less from Philadelphia? 58 years of heartache creates a toughness, a grit, a resolve not found in most. Sure, our prayers were answered, but now that we've had a taste, we're looking for more. Pond Lehocky, official partner of the Philadelphia Eagles.